Next presentation is going to be Pranav Sethi. Uh, his uh, presentation is titled Life on the Spectrum, and it will reflect life in general for an adult on the spectrum and how life is trying to blend in with the world. Pranav is autistic. He was diagnosed in 2018, and since then he's been trying to find his tribe, be more him. So he writes that he's been trying to be more me rather than what people want him to be. Pranav is a regular guy who has learned to blend in pretty well.
Hi everyone, my name is Pranav and I will be talking about my life on the spectrum. And first, I'd like to thank all the participants beforehand, Rakshita, for giving me this opportunity, and the three of you, you shared a lot of what I'm going to share now. So it was really nice, good experience, and through all of your presentations, I was just smiling and okay, I also went through the same thing. It was really wonderful. Thank you. Uh, that's me, my early years as a young one. I was very well known to spend time by myself, play by my own, without any friends, and I guess that's how it was for the rest of my life also. And quite explorative about my things around me, and just spending time by myself, away from people. And they used to say, my parents used to say that if we leave you in a room with a pair of bricks, you can play with them. So you can imagine, how imaginative I was. And it was a nice good time, just by myself. uh, so I consider this as my problem years, 14 years of my school life. They were horrible. This is the only picture of me that I have from school. The rest I actually burned, if there were any. And because because of there was a lot of bullying, and not just from students, from teachers, from principal. And I was in a stage where I was not even aware that this is what's called bullying, because everyone made it sound so normal that that this is how things are supposed to be for me. And just life went by. And this is the only certificate I guess I had from this place. I don't remember participating anywhere else, or just to be part of the whole system. I never fit in. I was the odd one out. I always knew I am different, but why I am different or how I am different, I never had that answer. So slowly, steadily, after school, or to even towards the end of school, I started to realize my special interest, that okay, this is the subject that I can study. This is where I can spend my all my energy. And so I was really into geography and nature, environment, disasters. So this is something I really enjoy. So when one of the presenters showed a thunderstorm image, I was so happy that this is what it is. And when there's a thunderstorm here in Delhi, I mean, everyone starts disappearing from the street, and I am the one who's standing on the roof with a camera in my hand, trying to capture lightning bolts. So this picture was clicked by me, and this is from my own home. And this is what I really this is where I felt really at peace, that okay, I'm doing what I enjoy. And after my school, I did my graduation in geography and went further to do my master's in disaster management from TISS Mumbai. And all during this time, I was not aware I'm autistic. That thing always remained at the back of my head, that I know I am different. How I am different, I don't know, but I just had this feeling that I don't fit in with the regular folks. And I mean, I don't have any disability certificate, or I don't lie in that disability quota, and I just have to fight with the rest of the world to get into these positions. And that's how I started with my disaster management course. And I mean, the good thing over here was that, like, when I joined, people always felt that, when that, okay, if he is doing disaster management, that means he will be doing search and rescue, helping out people, saving lives, and, providing food and shelter. But to be honest, that is not what I do. Most of my time is spent, working with this NGO that called Geos at Society, where I have to, make some really, try to blend in with the rest of the crowd, make some conversations, and ask for money for various projects, then write proposals, and then implement those projects. But the good part is that, I really enjoy the disaster management part. So I've been training for the last 8 years. I've been doing number of trainings and assessments, and I got to travel from Jammu to Kerala, from Gujarat to Mizoram, and I also got to work with various agencies like UNDP, WHO, World Bank, and I also worked in Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar. So this is a wonderful job that I have. I just wish that it was equally good paying, but you can't have everything as you wish. But this is my special interest, and I guess that is what keep me happy when I'm doing this. I couldn't attend the mock session that were happening yesterday, because I was part of a training for by National Institute of Disaster Management, and it was a 5-day long training, and I just had to attend it. But the whole thing that I have to interact with so many people over there, it was pretty exhaustive. So talking about my special interests, special interests are something that keeps me sane, I'll say, keeps me grounded. It helps me a lot. So I really enjoy gardening. I have my own small kitchen garden. On the right, we can see some carrots and beetroot. This is from this last winter's harvest, and this is what I grow on my own. I make my own soil, I make my own compost, and I grow all of this stuff. And it's a wonderful experience, spending time with plants, growing them from seeds to eating them finally. It's really a fun job. And I also, like, I'm not into sports much, but I enjoy cycling, and especially cycling alone, and not just cycling in within the colony. I do, like, I mean, I used to do 20-40 kilometers in one go, but sadly the situation here, it's not very good for the cycling community. People purposefully will try to run you over, or like just like skid in front of you and make you stop, just try to harm you in ways you can't even imagine. So I have not been cycling for a couple of days now, or maybe months, since the COVID also started. So there was no, going out. But this is something I really used to enjoy, and I used to, like, after my coming back from office, I used to go for a 20-kilometer ride, and it was such a big relief. I can't even tell you. So these are my special interests. Now, if it was not for this platform, I don't, and if it was somewhere else I would have been presenting, no one would have guessed that I am autistic. I'm able to do trainings. On the left, you can see I'm doing a training for school children. In my 8 years of my job with Geozart Society, I have trained more than 10,000 school students. I've trained more than 5,000 school teachers and roughly around the same number of hospital staff members, including doctors and nurses. And, you know, I mean, I've been doing it because it's my special interest, so I'm able to talk and, present it so easily. But it all comes at a cost. So, and it becomes very tiring. It's quite exhaustive. uh, uh, Not the training part, but interacting with people, that is pretty exhaustive. So I mean, the training part, you can ask me to talk about disasters and disaster management, and I could spend the entire day showing you what all I have been doing, and I won't be tired, and I will talk with the same energy during those 6 to 8 hours. But the moment there is some interaction with people, some random interaction, not to this subject that I actually enjoy about, it becomes exhausting. On the picture, on the right side, there's a picture with my name. So this is where I was invited as a speaker to talk on a particular section of disaster management with members of SAARC countries. These are like a group of 7 neighboring countries, and we have a disaster management center in Gujarat, where all of those delegates came, and I was supposed to present to them. So I have a small group of friends. I ride a bike, and I'm comfortable around kids. I can manage. I don't want to have my own kids, but I can do easily with kids. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like if you look at what all I've been doing, people won't even guess that I'm autistic. I've been blending in for such a long time, but that blending in comes at a cost. Just look at my hairs; they have turned white because of the stress. So that's how much stressful it is. I'm 32, and I'll be 32 next week, but uh, you know it's pretty tiring, just interacting with the rest of the world. Again, couple of trainings from where I've been presenting and talking about disaster management. I mean, I like just when I look at myself in these pictures, I, I hate getting clicked, but when I'm doing this thing, it's such a big relief. It's so comfortable for me, because one thing I realized, like if you have a special interest, you stick to it, you grab it, and you make money out of it, because that is how you can survive in this world. Because the world out there is going to eat you up. They are not at all welcoming. So you have to make your way around it. And I'll suggest everyone, you find your special interest, and you continue to work on it, and you be the best you can in that particular field. uh, like I said, like I drive, I ride bike. I mean, I've been doing everything on my own, but like I said, it all comes at a cost. It's not easy. It's tiring, and uh, you know uh, I wish it could have been a bit different. So if it was not this platform, no one would have spotted my disability. No one would have known that I am disabled, that I am autistic. And there is no harm. I mean, I'm not at all shy of calling myself an autistic and declaring it out in the open, because I'm just tired of, it's like, I've been left on this planet as an alien, and the mothership is not coming back for me. So I just have to blend in. There's no escape. And I'm at that stage of my life where I'm just tired of, pretending to be someone else. So I mean, see, I'm not the. I won't say that I'm a good guy. I have done bad things. But I know for sure that I realize what all is wrong, and I want to work on it. So couple of years back when I started with therapy, I went for therapy for a totally different reason. I was getting too angry, too anxious, and I was having panic attacks, and I was severely depressed to this extent that I was considering suicide. But you know, after almost 1.5 years of therapy, my therapist gave me this. She informed me that that she believes that I'm on the spectrum, that I'm autistic, and that was such a big relief. Like, you start viewing this world with a new set pair of like specs. You everything is clear, everything makes sense. So that is when I started with my own blog. My blog is called The Boy Who Grew Up as an Aspie, and I write about my life on the spectrum, so that people like me out there, they get to know, and they know that they are not alone, because that is what I felt throughout till most of my life. And I wish, like, the last point over here I just want to emphasize on is that it is important that people accept us the way we are. I'm tired of masking. I don't have that much of energy left to unmask, not to, like, to mask and pretend to be someone else. So, that's why I'm so vocal about it, that if someone is okay with me being autistic and talking to me, then that is the best thing. I don't have to pretend to be someone else. If they don't have that kind of an energy, they are more than happy to not talk to me in the first place, because that saves a lot. Like, it helps that I'm not wasting my time on someone who may understand who I am. uh, that's how things are. And I just have one message for the rest of the autistic people over here, for parents. Uh, just find out what's the special interest and continue to work on it. Don't um, don't push your child, or don't push yourself into things that are uncomfortable for you. You do what makes you happy, even if it is like gardening. Like, you do that, and I can assure you that there will be a day when you will grow your own forest. But you do what you enjoy, what you like, and that is what will help. Thank you.